Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ritual Flow. For today's reading, we are doing a monthly reading for December 2023 for the sign of Aries. So if you are an Aries sun, moon, rising, or any other placement you're feeling called to take a look at, then these messages are for you. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not all messages are going to resonate for everyone, so don't try to force anything to fit if it's not matching your energy. This is also timeless as well, so if you're seeing this sometime after December 2023, that's a good indicator that the messages are more relevant to you now than they would have been then. So, let's get into it and see what this month holds for you. Okay. Okay. So, there's some sort of communication happening for you this month. This could be something that you are needing to communicate or something that someone else is needing to communicate with you. It's giving this impression, though, that whatever this is maybe isn't going to be communicated fully. There's this element of disappointment behind it. Like maybe only part of the story is being shared. Looks like you're sort of doing some shadow work within yourself at this time, at the beginning of the month. Your attention is being drawn towards things that you've not been focusing on. It feels like something is happening in your relationships at this time. This could be friendship or something romantic, but I'm getting a friendship vibe. Something about this communication happening, the disappointment, like it causes you stress. That's something that's going to call on you to do shadow work, to like address the feelings that you're having about this communication, about how it was like translated, how it came through. I am feeling it from both sides, though, that maybe there's something that you wish you had said differently, that you wish you could have like expressed in a different way that was perhaps more clear. But that also the communication you're receiving is leaving something to be desired as well. Let's go ahead and clarify this Knight of Swords. King of Wands. Strength. And the Magician. Yeah. You're wanting to create something new in your life. It's like you have a vision for the future, how you see things, how you would ideally like your life to be. And maybe you haven't communicated that fully with someone. It takes a lot of strength and vulnerability to be completely honest and not hold anything back about what it is that you truly desire. And it's like, you have to be perfectly clear about what it is you desire and completely honest in order to get it. And that's going to take a lot of courage. But it's like, that's sort of what you're facing. That's that thing I was feeling about. It's like it feels easier to be honest about some parts of how you see the future than others. There are some parts of what you would like that you feel a little like self-conscious about. I'm also getting you don't feel deserving of. Something about this shadow work, it's about opening up your ability to receive, to be honest about what you want to receive. And not just with yourself, but with others too. It really feels like another person is involved in this. Like, it's not just about like creating your own reality. It's about creating a new reality, a new life with someone else. And there is a little bit of difficulty in like speaking up and saying, this is what I want. And it feels like there is a fear of rejection, that it's like, because you don't necessarily see yourself as worthy of receiving what you want, you're afraid that this other person is also not going to see you as worthy of receiving what you want or giving you what you want. Because you do feel on the receiving end, and that therefore this other person would be the one giving. And like you feel scared that they're not going to see the future the same way you do, that they're not going to want to like grow into that with you, that they're not going to see you as worthy of giving to in that way. Yeah, it's causing you to hesitate about like opening up fully regarding that. You are going to have a shift in perspective, though. Somewhere here towards the beginning of the month, that's going to allow you to show yourself some grace, to like open yourself up to feeling a new level of worthiness. This could be it could be helped by something that happens in communication. It could be like coming from this other person, or this could also just be like an internal communication through yourself. Like your own connection to the spirit world. Allowing you to see your inherent worthiness, and not just to see it, but to believe in it. And even count on it. Like it's creating this energy of, if you believe in your own worthiness, then this other person is too. Like, you're going to be successful in creating this vision that you have for the future. But that starts from addressing the things that are within you, because you are holding yourself back with this sort of like negative thinking, feeling like you're not good enough or don't have enough to offer. Yeah, and you have to speak up about it. I feel like you have to speak up about it even if you're scared. It feels like you're scared of relying too much on this person. It's like you want very much to be able to, but you're like afraid of getting yourself like trapped and stuck, like and it's this cycle of negative thinking like holding you back. Because if you're honest about what it is you want to create and are clear about that, and that other person is willing to like accept that and is on the same page with you, then it's not going to feel like a situation of like oppression, of like servitude in some way. Yeah, this is definitely like I knew I was feeling like another person involved in this. It's like you want this like mutual respect, mutual exchange with this person. But it's like you've sort of been holding back in communicating exactly what you want, because you're afraid of the vulnerability of the position that's going to put you in. It's almost like you feel by like binding yourself to this person that you're going to put yourself in a position where you're not creating the reality that you want. But that's something about the situation that's coming from your own internal like fears and limitations that you're placing on yourself. Like, if you see yourself as worthy and honest and trustworthy and like loving and kind, this other person is going to view you that way as well. And I heard the phrase, "I would give you the world." It's this energy of like needing to be willing to give to yourself first, in the same way that you want to receive from others. It feels like an energy that's you've been withholding from yourself, or like placing conditions on the love that you have for yourself. Like if I don't meet this deadline, if I don't meet this standard, then it's like feeling this like these like feelings of like failure, of like devaluing yourself, like disappointing yourself. It's like you're worried about disappointing others, and that's because you haven't made peace with your relationship to disappointing yourself. Let's look at this Page of Pentacles here. Because your solution to this here is like having a fresh start, having a new experience of manifestation. like developing some new like skills, a new understanding of yourself and of what you're moving towards, like what you're wanting to create, what you're allowing yourself to move towards, and the ways in which you've been holding yourself back. It feels like a lot of internal conflict has been going on. Yeah. And this is where you need to create change in the way you treat yourself, in the way you speak to yourself, in the way you interact with yourself. Yeah. Putting an end to this situation of not allowing things to be balanced internally. So that you can have this sort of fresh start within yourself and with this person. But as I said before, it starts within you and how you're treating yourself. And it's time to stop betraying yourself through your own thoughts and actions. There's also, it's like a light being shown that's sort of like this like epiphany, like in the shadows, this light being shown on like the path forward that you're undertaking. I'm hearing, let yourself be guided by your intuition. It feels like there's been a lot of overthinking when it comes to your relationship with this person and how they view you. It feels like maybe communication has been limited in some way, and in the absence of communication, it's like when it happens, there can be some like reassurance, but sometimes there can also be some like disappointment. But in the absence, it's like you're left to sort of create your own story, like feel things out on your own. And it's time to sort of like stop filling in those gaps for yourself, to let the conversation, the communication between yourself and this person speak for itself, and to allow yourself to be intuitively guided forward into this future vision, however it pans out. Just like based on what's being shared in those moments. Let's look at the Five of Wands here. That's really feeling like some sort of like external conflict being created. Like maybe when you start valuing yourself and setting some sort of boundary with this person about the sort of like the spotty communication here and there, it creates some sort of change. And it's a positive change. It's like, it almost feels like a coincidence that you like said something, like you impulsively said something, but like, you know, coincidences aren't real. They all mean something. Nothing happens without some sort of consequence. And I'm sensing that some sort of communication may have like initially created a sort of rift, like towards the end of the month, when you have like come to a place and you're being guided by your intuition and not holding yourself back, not being afraid to share like the full scope of your feelings, because you have some very deep feelings for this person. It sort of creates a shift in perspective, not just for you, but for them as well. And that's the start of you having this new beginning together, like a new opportunity to sort of like start fresh, start over, like wipe the slate clean. It feels like a major turn of events, as if like up to this point, it's like something about the communication was too agreeable, because like you were holding something back to like be polite, because you like care, because you have these feelings. But it's like this, you speaking up and setting some sort of boundary. It feels like in the form of just like illuminating a different perspective about the situation between the two of you. Showing them something, communicating something to them that they weren't allowing themselves to see. And it sort of made them feel disappointed, conflicted about how they've been behaving, like how they've been showing up. And this person has deep feelings as well. And they find that it hurts them to hurt you. So definitely for this month, like if you're feeling impulsively compelled to like speak up and say something that you normally wouldn't, it feels very important for you to do so. Like to listen to that intuitive nudge. Not to shy away from like saying something like blunt and honest in order to protect someone's feelings. Because it's giving this energy that it's like they need to share a little bit in like what you're experiencing. Like have their own experience of the hurtfulness that they're causing in your life. Because like you've been doing yourself a disservice by like trying to protect this person's feelings. It's important to be completely open and honest and clear about what you want and how you see things in order to have this positive outcome. That's going to, it's like you've been feeling a little like stuck and like stagnant in this situation. Like the future is always out of your reach. But when you stop holding yourself back, that's going to create a shift for things in this connection. To have a sort of like refresh, a new beginning. Okay, let's see if there's anything this oracle would like to add. Confidence in your magic. Yeah, I mean, that's the magician's sword. Like, you can't sit around being afraid that this person isn't going to value what you're bringing to this connection. You can't tailor your magic to something that you think that they might appreciate. You have to be your full, unapologetic self when it comes to creating what you want. And that's exactly the type of energy that's going to pull this connection together, pull it in the direction that it's intended to go, and create this vision that you're desiring to create. Treasures hidden in the shadows. Forgiveness. Repairing the veil. Yeah. We also have the Divine Matrix here. So, what I'm picking up on this is like, it's like I'm getting you have a conscious awareness of like how manifestation works, and you've been like acting in that, but it's still like you've like I said before, it's been at arm's length, like, and no matter how much you continue like striving toward this outcome, toward this future, towards this vision that you have with this person, you don't seem to be really getting much of anywhere. But something about that is preparing to change over the course of this month, because you are sort of becoming more conscious, more aware of how you've been limiting yourself, and learning to trust more fully in the support of the unseen, like behind the scenes. It feels like you've been trying to control the situation and do everything on your own, like rather than having full confidence in your magic and your connection to the other side. And looking within yourself, looking at some of your shadow aspects, is going to bring an experience of enlightenment for you when it comes to this. It's going to open you up to forgive yourself for like holding back, like not believing limiting yourself in certain ways, binding yourself to things needing to unfold in a certain manner, and giving yourself the space to be more open-ended, to be more open to like the divine flow of things. Because it's like you're meant to be successful, you're meant to go in this direction. Like, your feelings aren't leading you astray. It's just more so that you want it so much, you've been getting in your own way. It's like an energy of forcing rather than allowing. An energy of fearing and trying to control rather than trusting and having confidence that regardless of what the path looks like, what path this takes, that you're going to end up where you intend to go. For some of you, I'm getting this message. It's like you've been like manifesting this outcome with this particular person. For some of you, the direction things go, it could turn out a completely different person arriving when you shift and like rebalance your own energy and your approach to this manifestation. Like, I mean, that's not going to be true for all of you. That's just for some people. Some people, like, it is like, you know, your feelings are correct. Like, this is the person. But for others, like, focusing on this person specifically has been like, sort of like shifting your energy away from where it is that you are truly desiring to go. So let yourself recalibrate, spend some time in like introspection, looking at yourself, looking at your behavior, looking at your feelings, looking at the actions that you take, and forgiving yourself for anything you've done that's not in alignment with where you see yourself heading, and make the necessary adjustments to align your energy with that, to align with like divine guidance, and let yourself be open to things taking a different path than what you may have envisioned the path looking like. Because when you have a certain destination that you want to arrive at, the path to get there may not look like how you expect. Okay, so if this reading resonated with you, give it a like, comment down below, share it with someone, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Thank you for letting me read for you today. If you are interested in booking a personal reading, you can find details on how to do that in the description box below. And I look forward to seeing you next time, Aries. Bye.